practice quite a lot of Yoriashi into Zenkotsu or Jukamai, that kind of thing, but not so much Yoriashi or sliding in Kokotsuchi, yeah? So just make sure it's a little bit of a different dynamic. You want to, of course, dropping and pushing. When you really want to dig into that back leg, feel like your mass is going 45 degrees down into that big toe, big heel, or your back foot, right? So like basic rules of Yoriashi apply, keep that back straight, but feel like your body mass is going into the instep of your back foot, like that line between your big toe and your heel on the inside. Make sure, yeah, like just like when we did like that counter rotation for Gidamburai, then this is the same. So you have that sense of sending your hips in preparatorily, going in and allowing your hands to drift in the opposite direction. So you kind of hit that point. And then from that point, you're dropping, you're loading that leg. And then from that loaded leg, you use it to push in the opposite direction, rotate in the opposite direction, and allow those hands to come out. In Kushanku, same as Pasai, the original, you had this kind of whip punch, where you would make kind of Oizuki feeling, Chokuzuki feeling, and then you'd relax back. This has led to this kind of classic Basai Dai, Kanku Dai kind of block, punch block, right? The original was this snap punch. So this is where it comes from. And I want you to try to have that feeling when you do this technique. Don't be feeling that you're making Oizuki and Shomen dash, pulling your hand back, pulling back to Hammy, or the kind of slightly better but still not great, where you're punching Oizuki and then pulling back to Hammy as if you're making the form of Oizuki or Juke. So you're punching and then relaxing back to Hammy. This punch, then relax, sorry, not Hammy, back to Shizen, natural position. So snap your technique. Boom, snap your technique. Boom, snap your technique. The point of Oizuki, your Shomen dash, and then relax. Inner thigh muscle, squeeze, rotate to make Manjigamai. Then grabbing first, hand to your chest, squeezing, pulling, and coming over and down. Kizamizuki comes and you're blocking. You're doing this compression, blocking, covering, and then driving into Kokotsuchi. So this is kind of like driving in, yeah? So keeping your weight back, but you're still having some level of body weight going in, yeah? Then from here, if this hand comes out, you're grabbing and pulling, and then same time down this armbar feeling. Yes. Going in. Second one, this feeling. Boom. And you're coming over and using your chest to put this armbar on. It's much more of a cover, closing your chest, blocking, grabbing, and coming underneath as this one goes over and chest. I generally apply this way. So you're blocking and going round, yeah? So I'd block and I'd put them offline. Then this, from here, like it's easy to imagine that you're grabbing someone and shifting them out, you know? But ultimately you've got them controlled, they're there and you're just shifting them, whereas MP, if like whereas one, you're attacking and you are grabbing and you are using both this leg, you're using this leg to grab him and throw him down, yeah? So you're using both legs to throw him in that way. I'd argue that one, you already got control and you're kind of throwing that control person, whereas the other one you've hit, but then you're grabbing hold and throwing him. Can't do this, Ross. Okay, so he's pointing his leg where it is. Is that feeling? And then ever so slightly, and he's rotating and throwing down. It's that feeling. So there's no sense of going up. Just have that sense of hitting down. And then from that point, directly back up. So what you'll see from this point is that people will up to down. Up to down. So you go up to down for the down movement and up to down for the up movement. No, down for the down movement, up for the up movement only. And then you can try to minimize that timing where you just this down, up. That's it.